Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's time to review the third game of Oxford United's season. Today we're away at Bristol Rovers, and before we jump into it, and Lord knows I am trying to delay the review as long as possible, I just want to touch quickly on the League Cup result. I was on holiday last week, so I didn't do a video on it. But yeah, sensational win in the end. It didn't look like it was going to happen. To be 2-0 down and get this lucky, fluky goal from Goran and then a free kick from Brannigan at the end to win on penalties. Then we get a Premier League side in the next round because Palace will be at the Kassam Stadium on the 23rd of August. Hopefully it'll be a full house. And who knows? Who knows? We might be able to do to them what we did to West Ham a few years ago. Tell you the truth, as I said, I was on holiday. I actually fell asleep before the end of that game. It right before the end, I thought, well, Oxford are going to lose. I barely ever keep my eyes open. I know, I'm a good fan, right? And I actually even probably had a dream that Oxford had lost. And when I woke up the next day, I couldn't believe people were on Twitter were like saying, oh, you know, great win, unbelievable win, great scenes. Fantastic. But today it was Bristol Rovers, and the last time we played Bristol Rovers was in the Cup last year. I actually fell asleep before the end of that game too. Oxford were winning 3-1, and I didn't see the end result. I assume everything worked out all right, right? Jokes aside, let's get into this one. Karl Robinson named the side that started against Derby County and lost 1-0 on the opening day of the season. So James Henry in wide on the right, Brown in behind, Matty Taylor up front, as we know, doesn't like the gas. Billy Bowden out on the left, Brannigan and McGuane carrying on in midfield. Same defence, Eastie in goal. Rovers, a bit like Oxford, played 1-1, lost 1. A bit of a surprise opening day defeat. But they absolutely hammered Burton Albion last weekend. Early red card in that one, but Rovers made them pay for it. 4-2-3-1. Evergreen Whelan in there in that holding role. John Marquis up front. Really haven't seen a lot from Marquis in the last few seasons, but we know a capable striker, the likes of Saunders and Finley in there, and Collins, very good players. Bit surprised not to see Coots starting. I know he's back after a suspension. I thought he'd come in and take the captain's armband, but under Barton, this side has had an amazing 2022. We know this is going to be a tough game. We don't normally do very well away at Rovers. And spoilers, we didn't do very well today. It was looking back on it, a poor result and a poor real performance from Oxford United. And as I'm melting in this heat, as you can see, I will just say, well done to Rovers. You got the job done. It ended Bristol Rovers 1, Oxford United 0. And we're yet to see Oxford really hit their stride, hit their straps this season, are we? We've had some good moments in games. We've done all right. We've kind of, the last 2 home games, we've kind of pulled results out of the bag. But this was a disappointing performance. It was a decent, at times they played okay. I'd say the first 20 minutes Oxford did all right in the game. There were times where we kind of pushed Rovers back, but never really any sustained pressure, never really any huge amount of shots on target. All around, you were just left feeling very frustrated by an afternoon against a dogged and determined side who take the lead against us, and then we just seem powerless to do anything against them. Look, first half, not too much to really get into here. Oxford, I thought Brown started the game quite well. There's a few crosses he got into the box. I don't think Bowden had a very good game for Oxford, and Taylor's been struggling all season. I know Rovers fans will be happy to hear that one, but yeah, he's been struggling all season. There was one really good cross that Brown put in, and I thought Bowden was on his heels, and if he would have actually like gone on and attacked the ball, he would have been able to get a shot on goal, but the defender was able to get across on him. Other than that, there was a header from a corner from Sanglong, which looped onto the bar. And after that, there was a superb effort from Finley from Rovers, which made Eastie produce a great save. But it was a very bitty game. I mean, it was a boiling hot day. And after the first 10 or 15 minutes where there was a lot of energy, the game really did slow down quite a lot. I did actually think Elliot Moore was having a really good game in defence with headers and with tackles. Marquis was giving him a torrid afternoon. We know there was some shenanigans and some theatrics at the end of the first half. It was what it was. But look, it didn't really seem like there were going to be any goals in the first half. And if you'd have gone in 0-0 at half-time, you'd have said, it was an all right first half for Oxford. We can do better, but, away from home, 0-0 at half-time, never too bad of a result. But then we give away this sloppy goal. First of all, it was a little bit soft. There was a foul by Brannigan. It really wasn't a foul. The referees, it was a hard challenge, and the players really bought a foul for Rovers there. But the referee's given it, and as he's given it, Oxford have to defend it a bit better. I will say, if Oxford have scored this goal, we'd have been talking about what a great free kick, great movement, great invention, and you have to give Rovers credit from that. It was a good movement, it was a good ball across. I have written it down for once. From a central position, it was just chipped in behind the defence by Findlay, and it was Collins who made a good run. I think he got in behind Findlay, or he got in behind Seddon, but Eastie was a bit slow off his line as well. He got there, he was able to just lay a simple ball across to Marquis, who was virtually 6-7 yards out, open goal, tucked it away. We talked about what a danger man he is, and yep, he scores the decisive goal in this one. But yeah, from a Rovers point of view, really well worked goal. From an Oxford point of view, very avoidable, very sloppy. You'd think the defence could have done better in that one. And as you kind of expected, this game in the second half turned into Oxford United versus the clock, really, as Rovers just tried to run this game down as best they could, and all the game management tactics were in play, as you would expect, and I haven't really got a problem with that. Oxford do it. We seem to get annoyed when other teams do it against us, but we do it just as much. I'm sure if we were 1-0 up, we'd have had players rolling around on the floor and trying to get the game stopped and whatever. The one thing I didn't like, and this is an old man me now, isn't it? One thing I didn't like is the fact that there were ball boys there and they never went to get the ball. They never went and gave the ball back to Oxford. And the only thing, I don't know if Oxford ball boys might do that too. I don't know. I've never really paid attention to it. And if we do, that's equally bad. And that's the problem. I really don't like it, is you're almost teaching kids bad sportsmanship from a really young age. And I really hate that. It's like football's the only sport where that happens, where it seems to be okay to be a bad sport to the opposition. But that's really just a minor, probably just an old man comment as I talk about that one. But yeah, Rovers were running the clock down. It was Oxford who were just trying to break down a brick wall, really. And really couldn't do it, but there was one great chance, and it came early in the half, and it was to James Henry, and it was Matty Taylor's real only contribution of the game. He chases down a lost cause and whips a beautiful ball into the back post, and Henry is there, and he meets it perfectly, and he should score, and probably would score it 9 times out of 10, but this time he guides the header over the bar. It's a bad miss. It's a really bad miss. And other than that, Oxford didn't really test the goalie, didn't really test Belshaw, and Rovers were pretty comfortable at seeing the game out. If anything, maybe it was just a little pressure that the fact they didn't have a second goal might have told in the end, but they rode the game out pretty comfortably. And this is again another disjointed performance from Oxford United. It just didn't look like things fit well at the moment. I thought Marcus McGuane looks good in that holding role. He wins a lot of ball. He does a lot of the dirty stuff. He needs to do more with creating stuff, creating chances, playing balls in behind. We seem to have a fascination now of hitting long diagonal passes, which I don't know why we're doing it. We've always kind of tried to play through the thirds a little bit and be quite a passing side, but that seems to have gone by the wayside this season, to try and smack the ball up wide as quickly as we can. And we do get some joy out of it, but not a lot. And I'd like to see Oxford trying to play a bit more football. When Brown went out wide, I thought that was a better position for him. I have no idea why, when we're chasing the game, why Robinson, he got his substitutions right the last couple of times out, but this time I've no idea why he takes Taylor off when we're chasing a game. It did mean Kyle Joseph did come on from his debut and didn't really do too much. He wasn't really given much like Taylor was, but I just thought Oxford could have gone 2 up front. We could have gone for it a bit more in this one, but I do think Brown going out wide is a better position for him. And I do think Lewis Bate needs to play more. I think maybe Robinson was worried about the physicality of this game, but I think he does actually try to play football, which is what we need to do, because it's been a very underwhelming start. Played 3, lost 2, 1-1, all 1-0 scorelines. Yes, okay, maybe those defeats were a little bit unlucky, but the win was a little bit lucky as well. So the season hasn't really got going from an Oxford United point of view. Yeah, we normally don't do very well at the Memorial Ground, and Rovers do seem to have the little Indian sign over us, and that carries on. Well done to Bristol Rovers. Your fans usually do respond to these videos quite well, so I'm sure we'll get a few Rovers fans commenting on this. And well done to you guys. You know, I don't really have any bad blood, you know, towards Rovers fans. I know a lot of Oxford fans do, and a lot of Rovers fans have it towards Oxford, but not me. And you're welcome to put as much banter down in the comments as you like. But that's really all from me. Put down in the comments what you thought of the game today. Well done to all those that travelled in a blisteringly hot day, it has to be said. But we want a bit more from Oxford in the coming weeks. A home game against Lincoln City on Tuesday night. Hopefully we can get 3 points in that one. Review might go up a bit late on that game. And then we have Morecambe the weekend after that. And so you would hope that Oxford can get a win, at least from one of those two games coming up. But we can only improve, we can only get better, and hopefully it will. But if you could hit like on this video, it helps out very much. And if you can subscribe to the channel, that is very much appreciated too. But that's all from me now. I'm going to go and cry, but enjoy this sunny weather. Thanks a lot. See you soon.